Fyodor Dostoevsky's The Brothers Karamazov is a long, complicated book that looks at family, religion, morality, and the meaning of life. The book is about the Karamazov brothers, Dmitri, Ivan, and Alyosha, and their father, Fyodor Karamazov. It takes place in Russia in the 1800s. The book starts with Fyodor Karamazov's death and the investigation into what happened. The main suspect is Dmitri, who is fighting with his father about an inheritance in a very angry way. As the investigation goes on, it becomes clear how complicated the relationships are between the brothers, their father, and other characters. The book looks at how faith and reason work together, as well as the tension between the individual and society. Dostoevsky uses the character of Ivan to show how faith and reason are at odds with each other. Ivan is a rationalist who thinks that innocent children's suffering is not possible if there is a good God. He says that if God is real, he must be mean and unfair. Ivan's arguments are a challenge to the Christian faith, and Alyosha's faith fights back against them. Alyosha is a new monk who lives up to the Christian ideals of love and kindness. He wants to bring together his brothers' different ideas about the world and find a way to live a meaningful life. Throughout the book, Alyosha's faith is put to the test as he sees the truth of human suffering and the flaws of the people around him. The book also talks about family and how hard it is for parents and children to get along. The Karamazov family doesn't work because Fyodor Karamazov doesn't care about his kids and doesn't give them the love and support they need. The book shows how this lack of care leads to a cycle of dysfunction, with each brother struggling to find meaning and purpose in his life. Dmitri is the oldest brother, and he represents the soul's passions and wants. He acts on impulse and is often violent, but he can also show a lot of love and kindness. The most difficult part of Dmitri's life is his relationship with his father because he is in competition with him for the love of Grushenka, a woman he likes. Ivan is the smartest person in the family, and he represents the power of reason. He is troubled by all the suffering he sees in the world, and he finds it hard to believe in a good God at the same time. Ivan has a complicated relationship with his father because he is both turned off and drawn to his father's bad habits. Alyosha is the youngest brother, and he shows love and compassion in everything he does. He is devoted to his religion, and he tries to live a selfless life in which he helps other people. Alyosha's relationship with his father is the least tense because he can understand and be kind to his father's flaws. Dostoevsky explores the idea that people are complicated and contradictory, and that they can do both good and bad things. He shows how our beliefs and environment affect how we act, and he asks us to think about the results of our choices. In the end, The Brothers Karamazov is a long, complicated book that looks at many different ideas and themes. Dostoevsky makes us think about the nature of life, the role of faith and reason, and the complexity of family relationships through the lives of the Karamazov brothers. The book is a masterpiece of Russian literature, and readers still find it fascinating and hard to understand.